Hi, I'm Olivier.
And I'm Rose.
And you're listening to
Olivier and Rose. The podcast where two girls get drunk and watch movies that Katie...
That's me!
...has never seen. Katie, what movie did we watch today?
The Fifth Element.
Well, you did forget the name of the movie, so...
I know, as you were talking, I was like, what is it, what is it, what is it?
It's a good start.
Thanks.
So, this is the day after New Year's, so Happy New Year's. How was your New Year's? Did you have a good time?
Had a great time. I remember every single tidbit, every detail. I definitely didn't get drunk. Where did you spend your New Year's? In Quincy?
In my house.
In your house?
Because I'm a homebody.
I spent my New Year's in Duxbury.
Ooh, Deluxeberry.
Yep. Shout out to my Ducks peeps. Quack, quack. It's funny because it's not spelled like ducks.
Okay, so The Fifth Element was released in 1997. It was directed by Luc Besson. Luc Besson.
That was a beautiful accent.
Thank you. I spent a whole week in France. In just Paris. I didn't leave the city.
That's fine.
It was written by Luc Besson and Robert Mark Kamen.
Mm-hmm.
The runtime is 2 hours and 6 minutes.
2 hours and 6 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
What was last time? 2 hours and 12 minutes?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Rita, this isn't about you.
There's a boy in our basement, and Rita's very interested.
She's getting super saucy. He's not a part of, he's not a special guest because he refuses to be, so he's just the penis gallery.
Instead of peanut. Get it?
He's just watching us. He's just a watcher.
What's that term? Voyeur? Is that what it's called?
He's a voyeur.
So...
And Rita's super distracted.
The main cast, obviously, since this is Bruce Willis month, is Bruce Willis, who plays Corbin, Gary Oldman, who plays Zorg, Sir Ian Holm, who plays Cornelius, Mila Jovovich, who plays Lilu, and Chris Tucker, who plays Ruby Rod.
Ruby Rod.
Okay. So, I made notes of where they're all from, and I know I mentioned it while we were watching it, but Gary Oldman, who is Zorg, also plays Sirius Black, and the Commissioner in Batman. Mm-hmm. Mila Jovovich is most well-known, which I assume you haven't seen, for her Resident Evil.
Oh, yeah, no, I've never seen that.
Yeah, I feel like you would have seen it, but you definitely would have recognized her from that.
Definitely.
Chris Tucker is obviously Rush Hour. Mm-hmm. And then Sir Ian Holm is Bilbo Baggins.
Wait, who's Sir Ian Holm again?
Cornelius.
Oh, the old guy? The priest?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Is it like, what movie is Bilbo Baggins in? Bilbo Baggins? The Hobbit?
No, not. Oh. I mean, he's in The Hobbit for a little bit, but in The Hobbit is like young Bilbo. In The Lord of the Rings, when Bilbo was old, he plays Bilbo.
Oh, old Bilbo. Okay, good to know.
Okay. So, the plot summary.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading this earlier because you asked me what the movie was about, and I found this line, and it was the best way I could think of how to describe it, is... The story's premise is that every 5,000 years, in conjunction with a planetary arrangement, a great evil appears whose purpose is to destroy life.
I thought it was 1,000 or
5,000. No, so it starts off...
Oh.
The movie starts in 1914.
Yes.
And then everything else takes place 300 years after that.
Okay.
But the thing happens every 5,000.
Okay. Also, that first sentence, literally, like, if I heard that anywhere to describe a movie, my first thought is, I'm definitely not seeing that fucking movie.
No, for sure. You have to hear that sentence after you watch it, because if you hear it before...
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, anyways. Movie starts in 1914. I wrote, where some giant robots go into a temple in Egypt and get some stuff, including a statue that looks like a person.
Yep.
I try to write my notes in Katie form.
Well, I understand it better, so thank you.
One of them gets trapped when, like, the doors are closing, and he sticks a key out of his little finger, and the priest takes it.
Also, didn't see him again. Like, when
right? Back. When the doors open, he's not there.
Sketchy.
Maybe the priest had that key all that time. Maybe he just opened it and, like, gave him a proper burial. Who knows?
I don't know.
Questions for Luc Besson.
Yeah. Plot hole.
So, fast forward to the year 2263. Corbin Dallas is New York taxi driver. He's divorced. He has this sweet cat, which I'm pretty sure he just calls Sweetheart. I don't think it has a name.
Yeah.
and it's the greatest cat, is what I was gonna say. And he just lives in this tiny little futuristic apartment that's like the slums of a futuristic apartment.
In New York.
Yeah, in Brooklyn.
Which is funny because I'm pretty sure there are New York apartments that are that small.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure.
But it's not the future, so they don't have a shower that is also their fridge.
Yeah.
So, there's a giant planet that is making its way towards Earth. And they fire at it, and it just gets bigger and more powerful.
Yeah.
Even though Cornelius, who is the priest, is like, hey, don't fucking do that. Do this instead. And they're like, nah, we're the
government.
This.
We know everything.
We got it. Don't you worry. So they shoot the planet. It gets bigger. And then you see the robot aliens come back. And they have the stones and also the fifth element. And they come through, like, the whatever border it is. Like, space border.
Yep.
The ship comes in, and they immediately get attacked by the Mangalores, which are those gross, scary aliens.
Yes. I don't like them.
Yeah. The gross ones that
They're
look like
trolly.
they look like they smell bad.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
So they shoot down the good guy's ship. And then parts of the ship's cargo are recovered, and they reconstruct, like, a piece of an arm. And they're saying, like, oh, it's the perfect being. He's gonna be perfect, blah, blah, blah. And they put it into this machine, and they reconstruct this whole thing, and it actually reconstructs Lilu.
Yes.
And she's speaking this crazy language. No one knows what she's saying, and then she breaks out. The cops chase her, and she jumps off the building, and she lands in Corbin's taxi. And I wrote, he pretty immediately falls in love with her.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, any survivors? And then her hand comes up, and he's already like, oh, hey.
Dirty hand.
Dirty hand, I love you. So she says, like, before she passes out, Cornelius, so he takes her to Cornelius's place.
Yes.
Cornelius realizes who she is, pushes Corbin out, and Corbin goes home.
Yep.
In the meantime, we see Zorg, who is Gary Oldman, and he is working with the Mangalores, and he's giving them all these weapons, but then when he finds out that they actually didn't give him the stones, or retrieve the stones, rather, he kills them all.
Yes.
Kind of. He gives them a weapon, it doesn't tell them what one button does.
Yep.
And that explodes everything.
Self-destructs.
Exactly. So, the stones are actually... The reason they weren't in the box that Zorg had was because the robot alien good guys met up with this woman named Plava Laguna. They have actually given the stones to her to keep secret. And she is going to be on this planet / cruise ship thing called Flossed in Paradise. So, the army rigs this contest that's going on so that Corbin wins tickets to this Flossed in Paradise cruise ship thing so that he can go get the stones from the diva. Apparently, everybody fucking finds this out because the army comes to get it, Cornelius and Lilu come to get his tickets, Zorg sends his little, like, minion
Henchman.
to do it, and then the Mangalores, who Zorg betrayed, are like, we're gonna get the stones and he's gonna have to buy them from us, so they fucking go try to get Corbin.
Yeah, like, what kind of... apparently the government has zero secrecy.
Well, when Corbin's mom calls, he's like, they've been announcing your name on the radio, but even so, like, what, are they just sitting, waiting to see who wins this contest, so they...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like, yeah, that's really weird. And I don't get, like, if they rigged it, why couldn't they just... like, actually send them there without nobody knowing. Like, there's no need for that.
I feel like you wouldn't even have to rig the contest. You could just be like, hey, we need these tickets. And they'd give you other tickets that weren't the contest tickets, so no one would, like, be aware of it.
Yeah.
Whatever. He wins the tickets. Cornelius and Lilu come to Corbin's apartment, and they steal the tickets.
Yes.
And then everyone ends up at the airport. And it starts out with David, who is, like, the other little priest guy.
Yep.
And Lilu at the airport trying to check in, and then Corbin shows up and he's like, oh, thank God. I sent David here to get my tickets.
Yeah.
And so they get on the plane. A bunch of other people come. Whatever. They're on the plane. And Cornelius sneaks onto, like, through the landing gear onto the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So when everybody is getting on the plane, Cornelius tells David he's like, go to Egypt, get everything in the temple set up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where he goes.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I remembered that part.
Yeah, it's when
I just was like, why is he already there?
It's when he's drinking and he's like, go here, like, I can't send you, I should go, I shouldn't have given this to you, it's my mission, and David's like, yeah, you're right. And so he goes. When they're getting on the plane is when Ruby Rod is introduced.
Yes.
Ruby Rod is how they say his name all the time. And he is a, quotes, international radio personality, end quote. And everyone loves him, and apparently he's super sexy.
Yes. He's okay.
Yeah, he's Chris Tucker, but okay.
He's very, gender fluid.
So, fun fact that I didn't include in my fun facts, so I might as well throw it in now.
Mm-hmm.
Prince was originally, the one they wanted to play Ruby Rod.
Oh.
But he didn't want to do it because he thought the costumes were too effeminate.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
Okay.
Okay, Prince, rest in peace. But honestly,
Yeah. That's so funny.
So, yeah.
So then they just did Chris Tucker, who was, a more, extra version.
Yeah, just super
of
extra
Prince.
of... Exactly.
He's probably, trying to emanate Prince. Is that not the word? What's the word, penis gallery?
Imitate.
No.
yes,
wrong. But also no.
Emulate.
Emulate. Okay.
It's hard to see you behind this ring light. Come into the light.
So, he meets Ruby. Ruby gets super pissed at him because Corbin's not, extra like he is.
We're, excited to be there. Because, all of these people are usually excited to see him, basically.
Yeah. And so...
Sorry. I'm going to start doing that to people that talk to me and I don't want them to talk to me anymore. Yeah.
So, they get to the, to the hotel. I don't know whether to call it, a hotel, because it's basically a cruise.
Yeah.
But since it's
just floating
the
in the
future,
atmosphere.
it's a space cruise.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
I'm going to call it a hotel. They get to the hotel.
Okay.
And they get to go to the Divas show because Corbin has front row tickets with Ruby. And Lilu is just kind of hanging outside the Diva suite, and someone comes up to her, one of the Diva's, assistants, and is like, the Diva is glad you're here. We'll meet you with the Stones after the show. However, during the show, the Mangalores attack, and they kill the Diva. They attack the Diva's, room. Lilu kicks a bunch of their asses. And the Diva gets shot on stage and, falls off the stage, and Bruce Willis pulls her down. And she says that the stones are in me. So he pulls them out of her stomach.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
She's a weird person. Creature.
I'll explain her.
Okay, thank God.
And I wrote in my notes, here comes action hero Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Where he just, fucking takes shit down. Right. He basically saves the entire ship. He goes through, he shoots a bunch of the Mangalores, he goes to the control room, he takes control there. He finds Lilu, all the stuff.
That's what we're here for. We're here for action hero Bruce Willis.
Action hero Bruce Willis during the Bruce Willis month of January.
Yeah. We should tell him. We should tweet him. Do you think he has a tweeter? Be like, yo, we're doing this awesome Bruce Willis month for this well-known podcast called Olivier and Rose. Can you Twitter tweet him right now? Over there, Penis Gallery?
I don't have Twitter.
No?
It's fine. I have a Twitter and I have one set up for the Insta.
Nails match your phone real well.
Did you change?
Did you change that just for this?
No, the other night when Rita knocked my phone off knocked my wine off the table, she spilt it all over my phone. And so my phone case had a bunch of wine on it, and it's an OtterBox, so it got cleaned real fast. But, I was like, well, it's New Year's, might as well put on my sparkly case.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I need one.
I think it was $5 from Amazon.
Think it'll come in 10? Probably not.
Probably not. I mean, it's Amazon. You can 2 days shipping in Boston, so. one day
Rose
shipping.
and I have the same nail polish on, and it's the best thing ever.
Definitely wasn't on purpose by me when I got my nails done today. Whatever. You just picked a good one, so I wanted it.
Yeah, I picked the best one. You had to get it.
I tried to avoid it. I tried to pick other sparkly ones, but this one was the best.
Yeah. Lena, the girl who does my nails, she was like, oh, like the accent nail, she was like, oh, other people have been getting red, and I was like, okay. And she was like, you want that? And I was like, no.
No accent nail. I don't want that.
I want all sparkles.
Get out of my head!
No!
It's warm in there.
It's warm in there.
So, back to the movie.
Oh, yeah.
The Mangalores, when they are breaking into the Diva Suite and Lilu is fighting all of them, there's this part after she beats all of them that Zorg shows up and she jumps into the ventilation. And I mentioned it last week.
Yeah.
When I was like, hey, Bruce Willis is in the ventilation and he's getting shot at. Remember this for next week. Yes. And it was basically this scene.
People love to do that shit.
I know. I noticed a lot of, like, tropes in this movie when I was watching it this time around.
Just like a common movie thing.
Yes.
You see in all the movies.
Yes.
Wait, when was this movie?
97.
I was 6. Just a little fun fact for you.
So, Zorg, once he kind of shoots Lilu, he takes the case that he thinks contains the stones, and he sets a bomb, and he leaves on his ship. He realizes that the stones are not in that case, and he comes back. When he's on his way back, Corbin gets all the stones, fights all the Mangalores, takes control of the control room, and they go to the Diva Suite where Lilu is. And that's when Ruby's like, no, I know you're not going to say this is a bomb, because all of these ships have bomb detectors. Yeah. And then the bomb detector goes off. And they end up taking Zorg's ship with all the stuff. Zorg comes in and he drops this little, like, card into his bomb.
Yeah.
Because his is like a time bomb and he stops it. But then the Mangalores set off another bomb and it blows up the ship and kills, I assume, people who are on it, but also Zorg and the Mangalores.
Yeah. He, like, self-sacrifices.
Yeah, exactly. So Corbin and the crew go to the temple in Egypt and they start setting up the stones. It takes them a while to figure out how the stones work. It's like, we find it out because David says we're never going to make it, and he blows on the stone and he happens to have air, so it opens. So all the stones have to open. And then Lilu is in the middle and she's the fifth element and she's the one that is the ultimate weapon. But she's not, like, willing to help because she thinks that no matter, like, whether or not she helps the humans, we're gonna destroy ourselves because she looked up war on the plane. Whatever, humans suck. It's fine. Save us anyways. So Corbin's like, no, like, come on, there are great things in the world, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. She goes, like love? And he's like, yeah, like love. And then they make out and she becomes the ultimate weapon and they destroy the great evil and it becomes a moon and it's great. And then the final shot of the movie is where Lilu was, like, built, I guess. Yeah. And the president comes and he says, oh, where are my two heroes? And the guy's like, oh, they're in this resurrection chamber or restoration. I think restoration. That sounds better. Whatever. He's like, let me check on them, see if they're ready. And he opens the window and he's like, they need 5 more minutes. And then it shows that they're actually just
knocking boots.
Bang, bang, bangity bang, said bang, bang, bangity bang, 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 bang. And that's how the movie ends. Happy ending. Planet saved. Lilu and Bruce Willis get together.
Yep. Knocked
Jobbed.
Nice.
That part's always the hardest for me. I feel like I just talk and I don't take a lot of breaths.
I know, and don't drink your drinks. I know. It's okay.
So, fun facts.
Give me the fun facts. I feel like we should have a thing that says, like, I don't know.
Like a sound clip?
Yeah. Give me the fun facts.
Yep, I like that. One more time so I can cut it. Hold on.
Give me the fun facts.
Perfect.
Everybody's excited.
Everyone's excited. So, the first one is the explosion in Floston, the, like, main hall. was the largest indoor explosion ever filmed, and the resulting fire almost went out of control, and it took them 25 minutes to put it out.
Shit.
So, Hollywood, get your shit together.
Yeah, no one, tested it. We didn't have people on the cruise to,
I know.
figure that shit out
Just,
first.
a bunch of people on standby with fire extinguishers. Whatever.
You need a little more than that, but it's fine.
In the beginning, when the president tells Cornelius, the priest, he's like, you have 20 seconds to talk.
Yep.
He talks for exactly 20 seconds.
Really?
Yep. That's my number one that I threw in there, because I don't have any other fun number. And then Bruce Willis ad-libbed the line, "Look, lady, I only speak 2 languages, English and bad English."
Ha ha ha.
Bruce Willis, so fucking funny.
Brucey poo. I feel like he has a bunch of one-liners that he, has throughout his fucking thing. Life. Career.
I mean, Die Hard is just full of them.
Yeah.
But
now I feel like I want to watch the roast again, because I feel like there might have been a lot of,
You shouldn't watch it until after this month.
Okay. There probably were a lot of references that I didn't get.
Penis Gallery, do you think there was a lot of references she didn't get in the Bruce Willis roast?
Yes.
Perfect.
You know how they always do, those clips where they just show, a bunch of their movies? And I was just like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Okay. So, also at the same time, when Lilu falls into the taxi, Bruce Willis didn't know that Mila Jovovich was going to start speaking in a different language. So when she starts speaking and he, makes this weird face, that was his actual reaction. Because he was like, what the fuck? So, I think that was kind of I feel like people in movies do that a lot. I know for a fact that we talked about it in Die Hard. I don't know about any of the other movies. How people that are in Hollywood that are filming things trick people so that their reactions are real.
Yeah.
Like when they dropped Alan Rickman in Die Hard and they miscounted.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So the director, Luc Besson, is French. This movie was thought of, or not thought of. There was a French comic book called Valerian and Laureline that was a huge influence on this movie.
Okay.
However, if you've heard the name Valerian before, that's because
I haven't.
I know, not you.
Oh, the listeners.
The listeners. If you've heard the name Valerian before,
you've heard of venereal disease.
It's because Luc Besson directed a movie that came out in 2017 called Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets.
Okay.
Which is based on that comic book, Valerian and Laureline.
Okay.
So basically, this French comic book had a huge impact on this movie, and then Luc Besson made a movie about it later.
Okay. I feel like it comes from a different thing. Is there a Valerian?
Game of Thrones. Valerian
Oh,
Steel.
yeah, the brother. Danny's brother is Valerian.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's Valerian Steel, and then one of the Targaryens was Valerian. Oh, no, the dragons is Valerian.
The Targaryens are Valerians.
Okay.
Stay tuned for after the episode when Katie raps about Game of Thrones.
Or go watch the, what was it, a Red Nose Day thing that they did?
Oh, yeah.
Where they did, a Rastafarian Targaryen.
Rastafarian Targaryen.
And Amelia Clark, rapped the whole thing. Okay. Last 2 fun facts. They link together, and I laughed at them real hard.
Okay.
So, the divine language is what Lilu speaks.
Right.
It was invented by Luc Besson. He wrote it and did everything, and it was refined by Mila Jovovich because she fucking speaks 4 languages. Oh, yeah. Obviously, because she is from not America.
Russia?
Yeah, she was born in the Ukraine. Back when it was the USSR, though, so.
Soviet Russia.
Yes. So she, helped him develop it. And then the language only had 400 words, and the director, Luke, and Mila practiced it all the time. They held conversations in it, and by the end of filming, they were able to, have full conversations. They would write letters to each other in this made-up language. Brings me to my last fun fact. The diva,
yeah,
Plava Laguna, was played by Luc Besson's wife.
Oh.
She apparently stepped in, someone kind of, like, backed out at the last minute, and she was just like, whatever, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Whatever, I'll be in a movie.
Whatever, I'll do it.
Not a big deal.
So that was his wife. It was his second marriage. They were married for 5 years. They were married until 1997, when this movie came out. Upon which he divorced her and married Mila Jovovich.
What?
So, like, what the fuck were they talking about in those letters that nobody else could read?
Scandal! Can you say scandal?
I also just want to point out that as much as I do love this movie, and I totally just made a joke about Luc Besson, he's never going to make any movies again because Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets was a huge flop, and then he got all caught up in the Hollywood thing, and he's been accused of assaulting 9 women.
Ah,
Everyone else.
But, like, but, yes, so that happened, and he's never going to make another movie again, but watch The Fifth Element, because it was a good movie.
Huh. Are they still married?
Oh, no.
Oh.
You should try to get those letters.
They were married for 2 years.
Interpret them.
And then, so Mila was his 3rd wife. I believe he's on his 4th wife now.
Interesting.
Yep.
Do they keep getting younger and younger?
I don't know. I didn't look that up.
That's so awkward. To, like, know that, I don't know, that there's a movie out there where your ex-wife and your current wife / another ex-wife is in.
Yep, that both your ex-wives are in, and you dumped one of them for the other one.
That's so weird.
It's a power move.
Yeah, what does this guy look like? I need to see what he looks like. I bet he's ugly as fuck.
He probably looks like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, he probably looks exactly like Harvey Weinstein.
I can picture his face right now. I've never seen him before.
You can picture his face? What's he look like? Oh my god, he looks just like Harvey Weinstein! Holy shit!
Hold on.
What an ugly little fuck.
He didn't look like that in 1997. Not that that matters, but, like, this is... So that is the woman who played the diva.
Okay.
And that's him.
He just looks like Guy Fieri.
Yeah, because he has frosted tips. It was the 90s, alright?
Oh! Yeah, that
And then
one.
this is him and Mila Jovovich.
Oh, she looks scary as shit.
Whatever. Again, the 90s.
Yeah.
People wore shit like that to award shows.
But, like, also her eyes are, like, ice blue.
Yeah.
He just got grosser and grosser.
Yeah,
with
he
time.
progressively just got older and grosser and gross.
Saggier. Huh. That's fucked up.
And now he's probably going to go to prison forever. It's fine.
That's okay. He can do that.
Yep.
59. Huh.
I know, he's not that old for
No, he
looking
doesn't
like
look-
that.
He's not that old, but he looks it. Well, that was a good fun fact. I'm glad that you came in with that
Rounded
doozy.
it out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good.
I thought it was fun because I, like, pulled them all together, and then once I pulled them all together, I was going through it, and I was like, I should put this language for one right before he leaves his wife for Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, that's the finale right there.
But yeah, that's The Fifth Element.
Okay.
I hope you've seen it. Otherwise, like, don't listen to this podcast because...
Or do.
And just spoil the whole movie for yourself. If you've made it this far...
It's too late now.
We're in episode...
12?
Who knows?
We're on endless episodes.
Okay, so Katie.
Yeah.
I think, once again, you're gonna give it an...
Sorry.
Well, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm gonna give it a
Fuck no.
fuck no!
What? I'm just excited that I got it wrong, but I'm also really disappointed that you gave it a fuck no.
I hated this movie! Holy shit. There were parts of it that I was like, Katie, you better keep your fucking eyes open because you're about to fall asleep. I hated it so much.
Wow.
I, like, already knew I wasn't gonna like it, though. Like,
I shouldn't have said anything about the sci-fi.
I know. But it doesn't matter because I still wouldn't have liked it.
Because it would have started out with the sci-fi anyways.
Yeah, and then I would have got mad.
Well, it would start out in Egypt.
Yeah, and that's even worse because history sucks, too. History and sci-fi. Ugh. That's, like, my least favorite subjects ever in life. But, no, this was an awful movie. I hated it so much.
Bruce Willis was still progressing through his career.
Whatever.
I told our penis gallery the other day at work that when I was, like, 11, 12, this was legit, like, my favorite fucking movie.
Really?
My best friend had it, and I didn't, and literally every time I went over to her house, I would make sure we watch this movie because I thought it was so fucking good and I loved it so much.
I'm so sorry that I hate your favorite movie. As an
I mean, it's
11-year-old.
not now.
But your 11-year-old self.
My 11-year-old self just died a little bit.
I'm so sorry. But I cannot tell a lie. Call me Katie Lincoln.
Oh my god.
I watched it in science class, so.
Why the fuck would you watch that in science class, Penis Gallery?
Elements. Fifth Elements.
I mean, I watched Rocky in Latin class because it was stoical. I also watched The Family Man, so.
I also watched Shawshank Redemption at school.
Have you seen The Family Man?
I don't think so.
Oh my god, added to Nick Cage's list.
Well, I saw, what's that movie? I saw The Matrix in my, one of my religion classes. And then I also saw in my morality class,
So
I think morality
class.
Yeah, because she
I
went to
saw-
Catholic school.
I saw, what's that one with that old guy?
The guy and the thing.
Oh, yep. No,
Yeah, and like,
We
no, you know,
have
because
no
I've
idea
told
what the
you
fuck
this
you're
before.
talking
You
about.
need to elaborate.
He's in a new movie that just came out where he's he's a fucking runner for like cocaine or something.
Oh,
Clint Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
He's in the
Clint
movie.
Eastwood.
He's been in a fuck ton of movies. You need to
Yes,
elaborate
but
more.
when he's old and he has a car and he has a family and
Gran
then
Torino.
Gran Torino. See, you just gotta speak my language. Like,
Old and he has a car. Car is a big thing.
yes,
I saw
yes.
this. I
we
saw the light change
Gran
color.
Torino in my morality class because
I
he
could see that.
sacrificed
I
him.
could see
He
that.
sacrifices himself.
That was a very...
Spoiler alert!
Oh, yeah. You ruined it.
If they haven't seen that by now,
Katie, you are fucking one. If they haven't seen that movie by now.
yeah. Well, Gran Torino is actually a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Sorry. I'm sorry. This was stupid. Also, I think I love, and by love I mean I hate, how Rose is just drowning herself in wine. How like movies back in the day portrayed the future. Because it's like there's always like a landline and like a payphone and like that's not a thing at all. And it's 2018, about to be 2019.
See,
Do you know what I mean?
no, I do, and that
I
makes
think
total
that's
sense.
so funny.
But I think it's funny that you mentioned that, because when I was thinking about this movie, it's one of the movies that, like, it's far enough away that, like, flying cars could actually be a thing.
Right.
Like, it's in minimum 100 years from now.
Right.
What did I say, like 2026 or something?
Yeah.
22, 26?
22, 26, yeah.
So, like, most of the future movies that I feel like we see happen in, like, yes, this came out in 97, but Back to the Future came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
And their future was 2018.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Mhm.
Like, there's no way... I don't know. So, like, this one, I was like, I think it's funny that, like, the future is actually distant and, like, there's enough time for that to happen.
Yeah. I just feel like no one would ever resort back to landlines and, like, payphones. Like, in the airport, the guy's on a payphone.
Yeah, just, like, even in Back to the Future, it takes place in the 80s.
Mhm.
They go to 2018, and they're like, look at all this shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's definitely, like, a theatrical, like, thing when they definitely don't actually think about what the future could really look like when they do this stuff, like, based on how technology has progressed. I just sounded really smart right there, so sound clip.
I'll cut it.
If you just, like, had to make a teaser for this podcast and you just go back to that and be like, based on how technology has progressed, I don't believe this is at all mathematically possible. I don't know. Now I'm just saying words. I don't even mean it. I don't know what I'm saying.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So, you gave this movie a fuck no. It's
Yeah.
my favorite movie from childhood. It's fine. Everything's fine. I feel really awkward now that you've given it fuck no to, like, ask your favorite part or your favorite character or who you relate to. But what was your favorite part?
The ending.
Okay, that's what I thought. Character you most relate to? Ruby.
Oh, it could be Ruby, yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm a Ruby. Ruby Rod. Yeah, I like Ruby Rod the most. Not that I am like Ruby Rod, but I feel like he's just the most realistic.
Comical.
Yeah. And the most realistic.
Me and the penis gallery had the same reaction to that.
And in the same face.
He's legit the least realistic, other than Lilu.
Why do
Because
you say
Lilu's
that?
like an alien.
I don't know. I'm not
Nobody
Bruce
can be that
Willis.
extra all the time.
I'm so sorry that I hated this movie, but I also don't care.
No,
And
I mean, I don't. Let's be honest. When I guess your rating, I give it, and it's alright to be safe to see if I'm correct.
yeah.
And sometimes I feel like you give it, and it's alright to not be an asshole.
Yeah.
But, like,
The bitch is back, people. It's
the bitch
2019.
is back, 2019. It's the new year already.
My
We've
New Year's-
already set our New Year's resolutions.
My New Year's resolution is to stop being nice. Again. Stop being as nice as I am. And I'm not that nice. Just saying. The bitch is back, people. I am so glad that we're actually back in like our normal podcast setup, because
I know we only recorded one outside of
Yeah.
it, but it's weird and I hate it.
yeah, it was weird. Especially because like we don't stare at each other's faces when we talk like we did on the Skype call. And it did kind of sound weird when it went into the podcast.
It did,
but
and I had to cut out the intro because it like
was
when we both tried to talk,
yeah.
it would cut out one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So that always sounded really weird, and I had to cut a lot of that. So, first Bruce Willis movie of the Bruce Willis month.
Yep.
Didn't go well from the
No.
Katie aspect.
It better be better. Are you allowed to say what the other ones are? Or no?
I can, because
What'd you
people,
give Die Hard?
What?
Would you give Die Hard?
and it's all right. I think.
Because, like, I feel like I liked the ending. It just was, like, a wicked slow start.
I
It's-
don't think you're gonna absolutely love any of the Bruce Willis movies.
This is why I've never seen a Bruce Willis movie, then.
So, the movies that we're watching this month, after The Fifth Element, are Pulp Fiction, The Whole Nine Yards, and Armageddon.
I'm gonna get it on.
Armageddon is a long one, so I'm worried
Is
about...
it about war?
Fucking God.
Is it?
No.
What's it about?
In a way,
Kind
you
of.
could say it.
In a way.
It's about survival.
What's the song
About
in
that.
Armageddon? Penis Gallery?
What's the what?
The song? Oh. I don't want to close my eyes.
Oh, that's in that?
I don't want to fall asleep 'cause I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing. Yeah, because...
Even when I dream of you.
Oh my god, this is what we've been missing.
The sweetest thing I ever knew. I still miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing.
Fuck,
Yes,
we've
because-
been missing that low voice.
We need a man on this podcast.
We need a man! That just sounded like that lady hormone monster from Big Mouth.
You need a man, sugar.
It's so true.
Yes, because that song is by
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith lead singer Steven Tyler,
Mhm.
love interest of I almost said of Aerosmith, of Armageddon, Liv Tyler.
Oh, she's in that?
Oh my god, yes.
I don't know. I just
Okay.
know Bruce Willis is in it because it's Bruce Willis month.
So, yeah, he plays her father.
Bruce Willis is her father?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna have sex.
No, she has
Well,
sex
who
with
says they don't?
Ben.
Oh, so it's about incest. Incest is best.
Incest is bestest.
Why go down the street when you can go down the hall?
Good thing you're an only child. So, yeah, Armageddon is kind of long, so that's going to be rough for you. Pulp Fiction is confusing, so that's going to be rough for you.
It's a Quentin Tarantino movie, right?
Yeah, great job.
Okay. He's got weird shit.
Yep.
I don't think I've seen Little Nicky.
I know, you haven't seen Little Nicky. It's on the fucking list. We already talked about it today.
Ow!
Because the president from Fifth Element is in Little Nicky.
Also, I think it's interesting in this movie that their president is a black guy, because
They were right about the future.
They were. They probably were thinking that they were, like, so, like, progressive with this movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think we should probably...
Wrap it up?
Yep.
Wrap it up?
We're in an hour and 2 minutes.
What? That doesn't feel like an hour.
Right? This is what happens, and then I have to edit this all out. By the second.
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. So, follow us on all those social medias. Please rate and review on iTunes. It really helps us out. It helps other people find the podcast.
Yeah.
And like we said last week, if you're gonna leave us a 1-star, rating, leave us a fucking review.
Or just don't.
Don't be a coward.
Yeah. Come up to my fucking face and tell me about it.
Here, let me triangulate our position so you can tell Katie right to her face.
My, fucking address is 12345. Go fuck yourself, Lav.
Steve, that's our address.
So, anyways, thanks for listening. I'm sorry that Katie hated this movie. But stick around for the rest of Bruce Willis month, where I'm sure Katie will hate the fucking rest of the movies because she has no taste in movies.
Yes, my dad sucks at movies.
And Bruce Willis looks like Steve-O. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't get that joke, fucking listen to the other one for Die Hard.
Or look at our Instagram, because I talk about it.
Yeah. God.
Anyways, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening in all the prisons out there. Appreciate you guys. Stay strong.
You know.
We only have 100 more years to go.
If only our justice system worked that way and people went to prison for what they were supposed to go to. But I love you guys anyways.
Wow.
Okay, anyways, bye.
The government is tapping us.
Bye.
I know, I liked it.
Oh, fuck. You can find us on Instagram at olivier_rose_pod or on Twitter at olivier_rose_pod. You can also email us at olivierrosepod@gmail.com. You can listen on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks!